That'll be the dogs arguing. This week I'm going to be talking a little about things that I've learnt through having fibro. Sounds odd, but keep watching. One of the main things that I've learnt is that I have some really good friends. Like, I never really appreciated that before, because you just kind of went on, oh, I've got a big social group, I'm always going out. Whereas now it's like the friends that don't get angry with me because I can't make things, or help me get to appointments, or just talk to me after I've been to appointments to see how I am with everything. They're the friends that mean the world to me, and they are involved, they want to understand me completely, not just the old me, the new me as well, because I've had to make changes and I've developed into a different person through having this, but they've stuck with me, they've carried on regardless, they can still see the old me as well, and for that I love you guys. Second thing that I have learnt through having fibromyalgia is I am a lot more artistic and crafty than I thought I was. Because before I never really had the time to sit and do all my arty, crafty things that I used to enjoy, but I just didn't take the time to sit and do a project or finish it. Like, I had loads of unfinished projects. I'd start something and just leave it and then forget about it because I was going out, or, you know, I had other commitments. Whereas now, yes, it probably takes me 2-3 times as long as it would have done before, but the thing is, I'm starting things, and on days where I'm feeling that little bit okay, I will sit and spend half an hour doing like a little bit towards my project, and eventually it will be completed. And I've got multiple things now around the house that I've done and made, and yeah, it's just nice knowing that actually I haven't lost all of myself, because if anything I've developed it further. Like, I do book folding where you make words along the side of the book, and I'd never have even attempted anything like that before, whereas now I'll sort of give it a go because it's something to do to make my day go by a little bit quicker. Third thing I have learnt about myself through having fibromyalgia is that I worry a lot about people's perception of me. I never really thought about it before, but in my situation at the moment, like, if I went out like this, I'd be thinking, if I see someone and then they say, oh, what are you doing now? Oh, well, nothing because I'm ill. And they're like, you don't look it. Yeah, it's makeup. If I didn't have this on, I'd be pale as anything. I have black eyes from where I've not slept for like a week properly, and actually when I get home I'm going to be in pain for about 3-4 days minimum, because I've been out and done something today and looked normal. And yeah, I've definitely realised that I worry how people will perceive me. I'm working on it, but I've acknowledged it. It's difficult to admit, but it is true. I do worry a lot about what people think about me. It's almost as though I'm going through my teenage years again, which is really bizarre because I'm really not in my teenage years anymore. The fourth thing that I have learnt about myself is that I can give myself a really hard time for nothing. So this is because of something we've been working on in pain management, and if you watched my video on that, you'll know where I'm going with this. So if I can't get something done, I have this overwhelming swarm of guilt come over me that I haven't done much in my day or anything on really bad days. And the reality of it is I'm not well, and that's why I've not done it, because my little OCD brain wants to blitz every single room every single day. Yet I know if I do that, I'll probably end up in my wheelchair again, which I haven't been in for a little while, which I don't want to be back in just yet. I'm not ready for that. That's something I'm working on, and I'm getting a lot better with it because I'm a little bit more honest about the fact that I feel bad for not doing things, and I will talk about the fact that I feel bad about it. So I'm learning not to beat myself up quite so much. Definitely worth doing because I do it too often and far too easily. So if you're one of these kind of people, just try not to beat yourself up all the time about it. If it's something that you probably could have done and just decided not to, possibly. If it's something that you wanted to do but physically could not do because of how much pain you're in, would you have benefited from doing it? No. So don't worry about it quite so much. Once it's gone, it's gone. You can't do anything about it. So number 5, I have realised I'm kind of not the social butterfly that I used to be. I'm very limited now as to the people that I want to spend my time with, and that sounds terrible, but again it kind of relates back to my first point of I know who my real friends are, I know who I can trust in the situation. So if I was out with someone and my leg suddenly decided to just crumble underneath me, I want to know that the person I'm with, if they notice, they'll try and catch me. If they didn't notice but they see that I have, they will help me afterwards. And my brain almost has a little checklist on each social situation I'm invited to. Am I going to be able to sit down? Am I going to be able to be comfortable? Am I going to have to keep explaining to people why I don't want to get up and take part in stuff? And these are all factors that I now use on an everyday basis, because beforehand it'd just be, do you want to go out? Yeah, I'm there. And I would just go. There'd be no evaluation of the situation. Like, I will still try and go to things now, but like I say, I have a certain checklist that I unconsciously think about, that I need to make sure I'm not too far away from home if I need to get back because I feel absolutely awful. What time are we going to be there till? Because I have certain medication that I have to take and I don't want to be taking my tablets out with me. And, you know, that also involves, on the rare occasion that I do drink, that can affect what medication I can and cannot take. So these are all things that factor into a night out. So there's not so much spontaneous nights out anymore. It's very much planned, and I need a couple of days beforehand to work up ready to be going out to it, and a couple of days afterwards. So yeah, it's definitely, my socialisation is a lot more planned and not restricted as such, just a little bit more reserved. And I'm not sure that I like it or not, I don't know. I'm a bit mixed on my feelings about it. Part of me is quite happy I'm like that now because I'm more aware of what's going on and who I'm going to be with and things like that. And the other part of me goes, where's my let's just go and do this kind of feeling? And yeah, bit of a torn place with that one. So it's pretty much everything I've noticed so far. I mean, it's not been that long since I was diagnosed. I've not had it for years and years, so I know all about it and I understand myself. I don't think anyone ever truly understands themselves, but I think so far I'm making good progress in terms of trying to understand myself. I'm making the effort to learn the new me, and I think if you have what I have, it's certainly worth taking 5 minutes just to look at yourself and just figure out who you were, where you are now, and what can you change, and is there anything from the old you can bring back or work towards bringing back, and if not, just kind of say goodbye to it and find something new, because that's where I'm at the minute. And it's quite liberating, but it's also almost like a grieving process as well, because I am letting go of a lot of my old self, but at the same time I'm redeveloping myself. It's almost like a rebirth, not to sound too hippified, but in a way it is like a rebirth of me. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. But if you've got anything that you've noticed about yourself, let me know, so I'm not feeling quite so alone with my overthinking brain a little bit. I'm trying to put out videos every Friday. I'm also trying to put some out in the week as well. Get in touch through commenting down below. You can also get in touch through Facebook, Twitter, and I have now set up an Instagram, which I will leave a link in the description below. I'll be honest, I have no idea what I'm doing with that, just as much as I do with Twitter. So, till next Friday, guys. See you around. Bye.
Yeah, Black Paisley, mama told me. Yeah, come on. My mama told me one day I'ma grow up big and I'ma be a king. And my papa told me it's okay to sit where shit hurts. Don't forget your dreams, 'cause they'll get